Hello everybody, this is Christine. It is time for a design team layout for the scrap room. And I'm going to do the Freaky Fast Friday formula. And I'll tell you about that in a second. And then the collection I have, it's the flavors of the month. And it's the Bella Boulevard Love Grows Here. So I went and printed 3 pictures. These are the last 3 houses. Different seasons though, technically. Well, that was like a fall or a winter. That was probably spring. And this is probably spring. Anyways, because these are our last 3 houses, and I thought, you know, it'd be kind of neat. I'm trying to think. I think we moved in there in 2004. So it's like 20 years worth of house right there, right? Because the whole collection is about, well, you don't have to do about houses, but it's got, you know, this love grows here. So you got all these little wordy bits. You get 3 pieces of paper, by the way. You get 3 pattern papers and 2 cardstocks when you get the standard flavors of the month. I do also get the embellishment kit and the paper add-on. So we'll see if I get into that. I try to stick with the basics so you know what you can do, but, you know, never know. So this is this page here, the wordy bits with the little stripe. There's little flowers and more little flowers. And then this pretty plaid. I like the plaid. And then a blue. So what we're going to do, and then in my embellishments here, you always get like a little sampling. And so if you get this yours could be different. But it's got Love Together. I got some good titles here, I think. Love Together. There's a little floral. There's a tab. A bunch of little wordy bits here. So blessed. We make a great team. May not go on here because that's more to do with people. Another little flower. Another little house. There's a little dog. Some more flowers. You know, your typical cute Bella Boulevard look with the little trees and stuff. That's cute. Little house. Little apron and the groceries. Little heart. I mean a window. So here's another little house. I'm thinking these little housey pieces for sure. Maybe the windows. We'll see. We'll see what I end up with because I have to do the cutting, right? So the flavors, the Freaky Fast formula is you take your papers. It just gives you like measurements, right? And so the way you're supposed to kind of do it, well, you don't have to. There's no supposed to. But a way a lot of us, I think, do it is you pick a given piece of paper and you go, okay, I have a 3.5 by 2, 3.5 by 7, 9 by 5. That's my biggest piece. But then there's 2 times 8.5 by 5. So my biggest piece is 9 by 5. So I think I'm going to choose this sheet because I really like that plaid. And so you just kind of cut. So we want 5. And then we want 9. And y'all, my numbers are hard to read. There it is, 9. Oh, I didn't go far enough, y'all. I kind of guessed and I didn't go far enough. Let's see if I can get this right. Let me turn my light on. But the idea behind this is if you do this, you just lay them down and it gives you a design. It'll speak to you, you know. All right, so that was, let's mark this off. That was 9 by 5, right? Now I need 2 by 8.5. I don't need 2 of those. Why do I think I needed 2 of those? It's 2 by 8.5. 1. Okay, so I need 3 sheets of paper. So let's cut this one. No, let's do this one 3.5 by 7. If I do this, it'll kind of look more like it needs to go horizontal. That is the tricky part though, when you do have like a directional one. You sometimes have to be a little bit more cognizant. But since I've got so many non-directionals, I'm not going to worry about this particular one. So that's 3.5 by 7. And I need a 3.5 by 2. If I do that, I might use this page. We'll see. Let's do a 3.5 because I think this is my 3.5 by 2. I don't know how they come up with these. I'm kind of interested. Like, I don't know if Rochelle, like, does a design and then, like, measures everything. Uh-oh, that didn't do real good. Like, I don't know how this is, like, invented. I think it's clever, though. I'm going to have to do it this way, y'all, because I kind of messed up my... Let's straighten that up just a tad. Okay. That's 3.5 by 2. And then we need a 2 by 8.5. And let's see. I don't think I want to use the blue one, only because I've got blue cardstock. Not that I can't. So let's do our yellow, why not? 2. I'm gonna just go all the way and then we'll cut it by 8.5. 8.5. Okay. So that's our 4 pieces. Now, I'm probably gonna mount the photos on white cardstock, but I may come back in with one of the other colors, who knows? Oh, I always forget to cut this branding strip off. Don't forget to cut your branding strips off. Because then when you put it in your album, it's not the right size. So, all right. Now I've got 3 photos. What did I do with them, y'all? Oh, there they are. So if I do 3 photos, I could put them on this. Yeah. I'm going to put white cardstock, but that's not bad. I could wonk them a little bit so it doesn't look so funny that they're a little bit big, because they're a tad big. And then I'm kind of imagining something like this, maybe. This, you know, you can do things, right? You can actually cut these. I feel like I'm losing something when I do that. Cut little banner pieces and stuff like that. I feel like I'm losing some stuff here, y'all. Like I'm not doing it justice. Does that make sense? Like I can't see all my pictures or all my papers. This is kind of cute. What about something like this? And I could make this into a little banner. And then I could turn that into a little banner up there. And then if I do that, let's see what I got in the way of things here. Let's do this. Because the housey thing, I feel like I should come across. If that's the case, I may need to scooch. I don't know. I might have to come up here or something. I'll tell you what. Let me mount my photos on white cardstock here. I do like this little welcome. Let's see. Let me mount my photos on my white cardstock and play around with this, and I'll be back on in just a second. Okay, you guys, I've just kind of wiggled some stuff around here. I put my little, I haven't glued anything down. I've got my little plaid here. I got my 3 photos. I'll fix all this. It's a little bit wonky. And I did decide to go ahead and bring the house down here. This is all crooked now, but I'm going to bring the little houses down here because they seem to match. I think I'm going to put So Blessed down here. And then the little flowers are just kind of filling in some gaps. And then I went ahead and did this up here. And I think what I'm going to do is use a white pen to draw a little border around. I may do that before I glue that down. And then I can add a little journaling underneath here is what I'm thinking. So I don't think I'll use any of these pieces. I don't know. I might bring in the little tree. That might be cute. That might be cute. I might do that. Yeah. Because none of this is, I shouldn't say it's not going to fit. I could probably make things fit if I really wanted to, but I'm thinking that I've enjoyed this right here. So let me, I was thought about putting this here, but I think that's too many because I got that. I might put it over here. And that looks good. So all I'm going to do now is I'm going to draw my little outline, and then I'll start gluing stuff down. I'll come back on in a second, maybe when I'm finishing up. I think I'm going to put foam behind this one. I don't know about this one because I might put foam behind the houses. And maybe this, I'm going to think about the flowers. So I'll come back on in just a second. Well, you guys, I've put a little washi tape and kind of clamped my clusters together and figured I'd do this part for you guys to see. I'm just taking this white pen and drawing a little line with little squiggles in it here and there. This is a Jelly Roll 05 Sakura. I used to really love the Signos, and the last several I've owned just will not keep their ink. I don't know what the deal is, so I have switched to this one. I think it actually came in a box with like different sizes, and I like those. And honestly, I was sitting there listening to the intro for just a second to remind myself what I was going to say. And y'all, I was reading out that freaky fast formula, and I read that one size. I read it as 8.5 by 9 or something like that times 2. I don't know what. That's completely wrong. Like, I totally read that wrong. It's 2 inches by 8.5. I cut it correctly, but when I was reading that to y'all, that was completely, I don't know what I was seeing. I was looking cross-eyed. Now, the only bad thing is I put this washi tape on here. It is a little stickier than I thought, so it took a tiny little bit off my door there. You can't really tell. I'm not going to worry about it, but if you decide to do this little method here, be sure not to get just real tacky washi tape, or maybe untacky a little bit of it before you put on your pieces, because I darn sure took a little bit of that off. It's, like I said, not a big deal. You can't even hardly tell, but just be careful with washi tape if you do that. I have had somebody tell me to use cling wrap. And I have done that in the past. I just don't have any up here now to hold your stuff together before you move it. So I'm going to do this upper left cluster. Initially, I thought to maybe make that a banner, but since I made it into this little, like, I don't know, I guess because the bottoms were flat, the little welcome stuff and all that, I left it flat. So I did put that little door up on foam. I'll glue the memories arrow. That's going to go down with just a little Nuvo glue, and I glued the tree down. I think that looks really cute. I'm happy with that. Then on the right-hand side over here, I've got all this stuff. I'm going to have to start laying stuff down. I think it pretty much ends up where I've got it, because I have to, like, glue the first thing I do, by the way, is glue this plaid down too far to the right. But thankfully I didn't, it's just ATG, so I was able to pull it up. I set this all down here, and I tried to put my pictures down in my little house, and I go, oh, shoot, you're too far over. And my house won't be in the right spot, so I have to scooch it over to the left just a tad. I think this design turned out pretty cute. This is a real, like, clean design. There's not, like, grungy stuff. There's no mixed media, like, sprinkled on it or anything like that. This is a cute, just simple, clean design. And I got to tell you guys, let's talk about this blue cardstock. It is so pretty. I was looking at it while I was taking the pictures. I mean, I knew it was pretty, but I was like, wow, this is just a really pretty, I want to say jewel tone or something. I don't know. It's not sapphire, really. I don't know what the name of the color is, to be honest. I should. Actually, it's on the sheet of paper. I should say that. It's blueberry. It's called Blueberry. It is so pretty. I got a kick. I was taking the pictures. I thought, oh my gosh, I didn't even pay a ton of attention to the cardstock, and I'm looking at it going, that is the prettiest color. So I have enough for at least one more layout. I need to try to really kill these kits this month. I've been a little bit like not. I have a big stack of them now, and I'm running out of space over here. I need to get them done. I've had a lot of stuff for work and everything else. My days have just been really bit too busy, and with chicken things and everything else, I haven't gotten to scrapbook as much. I still produce quite a bit of layouts, I guess 15 to 20 usually, but next month is 30 days of sketches, so I better get I say next month. You're going to see this in October, so technically 30 days of sketches is this month, but I do have to do these layouts a little early. So this is actually September that I'm making the layout, so when I say next month, that's why I'm saying that. So I should have at least 33, I'll have quite a few layouts this month. It'll be 35 to 40, something like that. And I say that, assuming I don't get too far behind on 30 days of sketches. I'm going to try to prep myself, print some pictures, get some kits put together, and stay caught up, but we'll see how that goes. So I'm gluing all this stuff down. I did end up, most of the wordy bits on the one piece of paper unfortunately get covered up because, I don't know, it seems like with these freaky fast things, I wouldn't say always, because sometimes there's circles and stuff, but it seems like I end up with a lot of L designs. I think that's just my go-to, you guys. It's kind of is an L design or a backwards L design. This is technically backwards L. I don't know why I do that. That's just how my brain works. So I'm gluing my little house down. I did put foam behind the little set of houses. I say that's a set. Yeah, I guess it is. It's two houses. It's one house has a garage, and then there's a little house next to it. I like how this looks with the little tree behind it. I really enjoy this. This is really cute. It's funny. I really have I shouldn't say I have no favorites in the way of like designs or when I say designs, I mean like manufacturers or paper collections or things like that. I love almost anything if it's cute, if it's pretty or cute or anything. So I enjoy the ScrapRoom flavors of the month, honestly, because she does give us a variety. Because this month we have Bella Boulevard, we have Echo Park, we have Pink Fresh, and we have simple stories. So you got 4 different collections, 4 different manufacturers or designers or whatever. And so you kind of get your variety bone tickled or whatever you want to call it. I get excited because I do have 3 or 4 different kinds of styles I can do. I'm sorry if I have a cold, you guys. If you've listened, I have videos all over the place right now because I'm doing them, like, again, ahead, behind, whatever, and you may hear some videos I'll probably sound fine, and some I'm going to sound like this. So let's hope I get better anytime soon. I think I'm going to entitle this Love Lives Here, because that's that little piece at the very top, and I think that looks really pretty. It's just pointing down at the houses, obviously. I will bring in my white pen and add some journaling underneath the little set of houses, so it kind of balances out, because my So Blessed is under the other house, which is a shade lower than the long strip of them. But I'm okay with that because I add the journaling. So right there, you can say, we have been so blessed with our homes. These are the 3 we've had from 2004 to current, all beautiful in their own way. And we have been very, very blessed. We've been very lucky. We were up in the top 2 were up in the Dallas area. The bottom was down here in Sealy outside of Houston. So thank you guys so much for watching. I will encourage you to. This will show up on the Scrap Room's channel first. Please make sure you subscribe to the Scrap Room, because all the designers put their videos up here. And you guys, there's some really, really talented designers. So make sure you subscribe to that channel and, of course, my own. And we'll talk to you soon. Thanks. Bye.